Today, we'll be taking a look at the ADC control on this Whirlpool top freezer refrigerator. Be sure to visit ApplianceVideo.com, where you will find thousands of repair videos on the latest technology. And for a limited time, you can save big on an annual membership and take advantage of all of our premium benefits. ApplianceVideo.com. Do it right the first time. Stop. Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for the proper voltage. You will need the following tools to complete this repair. To begin, first we'll open the door. Then we'll need to remove this shelf. You can either remove this straight out or pull out the whole assembly. Just lift up, pull out, and set it to the side. Next, we need to remove the lens at the top here. In order to do so, use a small flat blade screwdriver or a tack puller. Put it in here and you need to pry in on the tab, pull down, pull it out, and then set it to the side. Next, we have to remove this portion here. Is your light socket. It has 1/4 inch screw on each side. Next, go ahead and pull it down. Let's remove the wiring, pull off the ground strap, and set it to the side. Now, let's go inside here with the small flat blade screwdriver and remove this plastic cover. Just kind of press in on one side. It may drop down. Pull it off and set it to the side. I need to remove a couple of screws. There's 1/4 inch directly in the center here. Pull that off. Then we have 2 screws in the top here. Just take that off. Hold the rest of the assembly. And let's take the second one off. And you can start to pull it down here. At this point, you have your wiring harness. It's held on the back with a small clip. Put something underneath it, pry off, pull it out, and set the assembly to the side. Now that we have the control box removed, we have clear access to our ADC, which is the adaptive defrost control. The main reason why you'd be replacing this unit is if it is not going through defrost, causing the refrigerator section to be slightly warm. Now, the best way to test out your adaptive defrost control is process of elimination. I will go to my freezer, test out my heater and my termination. If those test out good, then I would change out the control here. And in order to change it, you have 1/4 inch screw that is directly in the middle. Let's go ahead and pull that monster out. And then you have a small locking tab on this side you'll have to pull out on. Once you get that out, pull out on that side. Do the same on this side. Just kind of popping out here. Slide it up. We will use something to pry the harnesses off. There we go. And set your ADC to the side. When installing your new ADC, first reconnect that panel there, and then let's plug back in our harnesses. They can only go on one way. They are a little stiff, so make sure you have pushed it all the way in. Let's start to bring it down on those pillars. And then, if you need to use something to pry up that plastic, go ahead and do that. We need to pop it underneath those plastic tabs again. All right, got it all pushed down there. Let's reinstall that screw. Get it in place with the little washer. Screw it down. Now we can reinstall the control box. When reinstalling your assembly, you're going to try as good as you can to hold everything together, but it's not going to work out too great. So what we are going to do is let the front one just kind of fall. Line up for the back screw and install the center first. That way it can kind of hold it up. And we can start to get this middle section in. Now when you are sliding this in, there are these two flanges that will go above the plastic, and you can see underneath if they have went in place. So get those lined up, plug your Molex back in, slide it up, reinstall your first screw, reinstall your second screw. Let's make sure no wiring is pinched in here, nothing's damaged. That looks good. Reinstall your back cover plate. Now let's reinstall the lamp assembly. When reinstalling your lamp, let's go ahead and reinstall the wiring. It can only go on one way because there are two completely different size terminals. So let's put the small one on first, big one on second. And let's put that ground strap on that piece of metal. Now, let's go ahead and set it back in here. When we're putting it back in, you'll slide in the side. Underneath that lip, you may have to bend the ground back up, get it in place. Let's try to push through the first screw. Slide it over and push the second screw in. Tighten them up. Now we can reinstall the lens. When reinstalling your lens, we'll start with the two stakes toward the front. Slide them in the slotted area, swing your lens up, lock it in place. Now we can reinstall the shelving. When reinstalling your shelving, we will bring it in onto the very top, drop it in place, and this will complete your repair. Thank you for watching another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com. If you found this video helpful, make sure you click the like and subscribe to our channel.